driving was one of my main things. I loved it, everything about it. I remember the moments, like the feeling of it. Windows down, their hair blowing and like the music playing. It was just awesome, everything about it. Anytime I could drive, I would be out on the road. And I just loved all those feelings. What I'm most looking forward to is seeing the sun. I haven't seen it or felt it because from where my bed is, I can't really feel it. So that's going to be awesome. My name is Maddy Oliver and I'm 17.
It was back in February. Maddy just started to complain of hip pain. And we went to our family doctor and she just tried a small amount of physical therapy. That wasn't working.
Every time I would walk, just really bad aches in my leg. I just really thought that I was like, why is it so hard to walk? And you know, I was having just really, really bad leg pain. So at first we thought it was maybe a pulled groin.
We were referred to an orthopedic doctor locally to us, who did an X-ray and that came back fine. But unfortunately, when they took the MRI, that sort of put everything into higher gear. And we were sent to a hospital where she had a procedure there. But unfortunately, it didn't seem to work very well for her. And it wasn't until we got here at CHOP that, you know, we got the diagnosis that it was osteosarcoma.
July 2nd was the day that I came here, and July 9th is when I found out that I had cancer.
It's funny, isn't it? It's very surreal. And I think you feel different things at different times. It's not that we were ever any better than anybody else. Far, far from it. I don't mean to imply that at all, but this sort of thing happens to the people down the road or the family that you read about in the newspaper, and all of a sudden the wind is taken out of your sails and you hear this devastating news. I don't know if it's awful to say that I didn't burst out into crying. I think you just jump into a coping mechanism. I think it's slightly surreal. In fact, I had asked, the nurse had come in before, the day before, and was talking, and I think perhaps subconsciously I'd twigged then. I do recall saying to her, "Is this cancer?" And she sort of nodded. She said, "You know, I've seen this, I've seen a lot of, we're pretty certain, but we just want that confirmation tomorrow." It sounds terrible, but you just never think that it's going to happen to you. Certainly, you know, when you see your children go through it.
Still to this day, it's kind of unreal. I still don't really, some days I wake up and I kind of forget, like, why I'm here, you know? It's sad. It's, I don't know. There's really no words for it, you know?
I think one of the worst things, actually, as a parent is seeing your child in such terrible pain and not really being able to do anything about it has certainly been the lowest point, without a doubt, without a doubt.
My time here has been great because, you know, they're always doing good things for me, but it's just been sort of just a blur, you know? My friends do come visit, but I can't hang out with them like I used to every day, you know? The hardest part about having cancer, there's so many hard parts. Just being stuck here sucks, not going home.
Perhaps Maddy's situation is unique in the sense that she hasn't been able to leave her bed. Whereas perhaps other patients may have, you know, gone home in between treatments. Having her home has been my goal. That's something that I've really been excited about. We chose the clinical trial. It was offered to us that evening, I believe, by oncology. And we feel that it's safe. Obviously, Dr. Bayliss and the team wouldn't offer something to Maddy or to us if it wasn't safe and, you know, hopefully in everybody's best interest.
And this world is crying.
I'm very happy to be part of Dr. Bayliss's clinical trial because I know it's helping many kids in the future. And from the clinical trial, I was hoping that obviously my kidneys and my hearing would not be damaged, but I think it really will be great that if after all the chemo, just that if it doesn't really touch it, that's going to be awesome. So the goal is that my hearing stays great and obviously my kidneys too.
Underneath the sky so blue.
We would very much recommend the clinical trials to other people. I think if it benefits children again down the road, that can only be a good thing, and very happy to participate in that.
I think that when I grow up, I think I want to do something that I've learned in here. Maybe like a therapy sort of thing, just because, definitely for cancer, because I've been through every single stage of it and every single aspect of it, and it was just so real to me that I feel like I would know really what every single kid is going through. And maybe it's a couple things are different here and there, but definitely I feel like I could be like a therapist for children with cancer, or like maybe a nurse, just because I see them every day and it's like, it's very real to me. So maybe it could be something I do in the future.
I truthfully get a lot of my strength from Maddy. I really do. If she just truthfully soldiers on through this. So I'm not just saying that because I'm her mum, but she's very, very strong, and I do get it from her. Honestly, I would say, more than anybody. We're all falling apart, but she's here and she's soldiering on. She doesn't have a choice, so I think that's what carries us, truthfully. I don't know sometimes that you can put it into words, especially when you've been touched, truthfully, on such a personal level. To know that there is people out there just donating money anonymously, just to further a fantastic cause, so that somewhere down the line, perhaps we might even eradicate cancer, child or sarcoma, anything is good. But from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. Truthfully, it's any research, anything that can be done to prevent this and make it easier for children down the road can only be a good thing. And we're very, very grateful that Maddy can, perhaps benefit from that as well.